Have you ever heard the phrase that bad things are actually good for you? Well, if so, I'm actually going to be talking about video games and TV shows today. Steve Johnson, the world-renowned author of Everything Bad for You is Good for You, is going to be a main subject of today's speech. Statistics show that media is actually making us smarter. Media is boosting our intelligence. Kids are getting smarter, they're developing problem-solving skills, and more developmental things are happening in their brains. Video games and TV programs are actually showing us problem-solving skills. Gamers are having to figure out the next obstacle to complete, whether that be from Super Mario and the game Nintendo, to jump on a mushroom's head to defeat it. There are actually minimal rules in games, and you kind of have to figure them out as you develop and advance in the game in different levels. We, as the lazy humans that we are, watch TV to fill our pleasure times. We sit there and we try to figure out the plots of these TV shows that are on today. And while it's not really the most hard thing to figure out, we're still relaxing while trying to figure out what's going on. That was said by Steve Johnson. Fluid intelligence is shown in our culture to help solve problems. And a PBS networking had said that as well. These activities are enhancing our skills and making us smarter. Games today are actually business-based and develop cognitive skills. Some of these games can be Grand Theft Auto and SimCity. SimCity is a game that is helping you develop a town and different economical features. And while you might think of Grand Theft Auto being very gang and sexually based, it's actually not as much as you see as what's actually in the game. It's actually helping you develop different problem-solving skills as well. Kids who actually play games have been scientifically proven to show improvement in school and educational related activities. They are challenged to master gameplay by going on individual quests and completing them. Games and media are making us smarter. Exploring relaxation techniques are actually helping us and not hurting us. Our leisure enhances our skill development, contrary to popular belief. TV in the past 30 years has changed drastically. Steve Johnson mentioned in one of his talks that shows such as Laverne and Shirley and Hillsong Blues were viewed 30 years ago. And I actually didn't know of those shows, so I decided to watch Laverne and Shirley, the first episode of season 1. And I could actually only get through about 6 minutes of it because I thought it was boring. And yeah, he was right. It has changed a lot since then. In this generation, Steve Johnson has seen that brains today are actually more intelligent than they were back then. Like Laverne and Shirley, it's kind of like dumb humor where you really don't have to think to pick up on it to laugh. Some of the things were laughing and I didn't really understand. I think it just went over my head because, like he said, brains today are more smarter than back then. TV programs are actually trying to make it to where you can watch the same episode over and over again without getting tired of it. One of these shows for me is actually Friends, and some of my friends watch Seinfeld, and I can sit there and watch Friends episode after episode and not get tired of it. My mom's like that too. We watch it together. Yes. So, in closing, the Steve Johnson concept about everything bad being actually good for you is relevant to today's society, as you might be able to tell by your own understanding. Video games and media are making children and people of this generation more intelligent. Resources have supported that video games and TV are actually seen as beneficial. I've actually seen this in my life. I work at Publix, which actually has a lot of different abilities to be good at problem solving. And I used to play video games when I was younger. I didn't really play a lot, but I guess I played a sufficient amount because I'm really good at problem solving, and someone has a complaint or they need me to run something back, I'm really good at figuring out what to do next in order to make the customer happy. I also watched different TV shows, and I didn't think at the time that they were educational. I enjoyed watching them as a kid, because what kid wants to watch an educational TV program, right? Only the weird kids. Sorry, weird kids. Yeah, so that was my talk today. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Thank you!